So today we are talking about SOC 1, SOC 2 and SOC 3 reports. I'm delighted to be joined by our very own CIO, Lia Edwards. Lia, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thanks, Johnny.
So first of all, what is a SOC 1, SOC 2 and SOC 3 report, and what are the key differences?
I'll start by saying SOC stands for Service Organisation Controls. And there are three different types: SOC 1, SOC 2 and SOC 3. SOC 1 first. SOC 1 reports are for service organisations that can impact a customer's financial reporting. Some examples of these service organisations are payroll companies, data centres, loan servicing companies, and SaaS, software as a service companies. A SOC 1 report is based on the controls these companies have in place to ensure the data used by the customer, directly or indirectly, does not negatively impact their financial reporting. SOC 2 reports are for service organisations to demonstrate that they have general IT controls in place to secure the service provided to their customers. A SOC 2 report is based on one or more of the 5 trust services, which are security, availability, confidentiality, process integrity, and privacy of information, or information privacy. The 3 most common ones you see will be security, availability, and confidentiality. SOC 3 is a summarised version and less detailed version of SOC 2, and it generally doesn't contain the level of information required by compliance teams to assess the service organisation.
Are the details of a SOC report made public at all?
Note, the SOC 3 is the only report that is generally public available. The SOC 1 and SOC 2, most organisations require you to be, one, a customer, or have signed an NDA before you can receive and use those reports for your own purposes. The general purposes that you use them for is to ensure that the company, the service organisation that you're either purchasing from or looking to purchase from have the right level of controls that meet your requirements.
And finally, what does the process look like in terms of timeframes and costs involved?
Both the SOC 1 and the SOC 2 reports can take varying amounts of time. It really depends on your starting point. If you have no compliance and you have no policies and you're starting completely from fresh, then you will probably take between 12 and 18 months, probably closer to the 18 months, if not longer. If you're starting from that position, there are 2 types of reports that you'll achieve. There is the type 1 and then the type 2. The type 1 is the first one that you get, and that's a point in time. So that just says, do you have controls in place right now, and how are they operating? The type 2 report is usually minimum of 6 months after the type 1 report, but anywhere up to 12 or 24 months. And that tests the effectiveness of those controls over a period of time. The cost can also vary greatly depending on your requirements and how much consulting that you require from third parties, if any, and it depends what auditing or CPA firm that you choose to go with.
Thank you for watching today's video. Be sure to keep following us on Twitter, LinkedIn and YouTube for the daily video updates.